What is happening, guys? ARCHIEzzle here, and welcome to another video. ARCHIEzzle, hope you guys are having a great day. This video is just a response, I guess, or just a follow-up from the previous video that I uploaded titled Done with the Army. If you haven't seen it, I advise you guys watching it so you will understand what I'm trying to talk about in this video. For this video, I just want to tell you guys that I read pretty much every single comment on that video because I needed help, I needed information, I needed advice, guidance from actual service members right now, currently at the moment, veterans who came across the certain path or chapter in their life, you know, when they're like, am I supposed to stay in? Should I stay in? Or should I stick to the plan of just getting out? Because that was the original plan anyway, for myself at least. I was planning on doing 4 years, do my 4 years, get out, use my GA bill, go to college. But knowing how life is so crazy and anything can happen with just like a snap like that. You know, right now I have a family, I have a kid, she's turning 5. My wife, she was in the army, but she had to get out. We were dual military at one point, so that was pretty crazy. And I want to talk about that also in a future video. A user, I'm gonna post the comment, I guess, somewhere in the screen. I think her name's Janet. She didn't really put a good insight on the different situations. I guess I'm kind of like jealous, I guess, or I kind of like looking into like JT's life. He's a good buddy, you know, on YouTube and off YouTube also, or because of YouTube, at least watching him and following his life right now. And there's always that time in your life, like what I said in the past few video, when you're like, damn, what am I doing with my life right now? You know, you have to check yourself. It's basically like a temperature check, like where or how am I gonna direct this life now? You know, should I stay in? Should I get out? But it's just like a wake-up call, I guess, for me. Janet brought up some cool information or cool realities or different situations, you know. JT is young, no kids, same as his fiance. They're about to get married. They're pretty much basically a really young couple. They can easily roll with the punches with whatever life brings them. You know, if they have any issues with this, it's so much easy. If his YouTube would be successful and use that as a day job, that would be amazing. And he's going to be finishing school. That's really amazing. That's really amazing. That's really like a great goal. I would love to be in the same boat as you, man. His fiance is also successful and she has a full-time job. So that's really amazing. They both have full-time jobs with no kids. Compared to my situation where my wife is actually doing online classes right now at the moment and taking care of our child. And I have to work right now as a recruiter. Again, it's just a temp check just to make sure, you know, where I'm at the moment, you know. Sometimes you have to look at your peers or someone that you know or someone probably that you don't even know just to reevaluate yourself, just to keep your sights back right where it's supposed to be on track in life. Also, I just want to open up this to you guys because a lot of people told me like, why don't you go green to gold OCS, or like, since you want to be a nurse, why don't you turn in an ACEP packet, an AECP? The thing is, I've actually done that. And the packet, it sounds easy to put together if you know the right people or you have the time to do so. It's a lot easier. But my situation, it wasn't the perfect situation. I have a few people who actually went through the ACEP packet or the ACEP route. So they were able to be a nurse now, a commissioned officer and a nurse in the army, which is really amazing. That was my goal. But like what I said, life can bring you different things, you know, having a kid, something happens, your loved one dies or whatever. So these are the things that you have to put into consideration. So I do appreciate all your guys' feedback and made me think more about the situation, about should I get in or get out or whatever am I supposed to do. One thing is for sure though, like what I always say in the videos, I'll be an army recruiter till 2019, but I guess around a year or a year and a half before that time, my window for re-enlistment will open up and I can switch back to being 6-8 whiskey, being a medic, go to a line unit, and I actually want to go back overseas or stay as a recruiter and convert. There's a lot of options that I have to deal with, but as of right now, everything's good. Financially, everything's great. Nothing is really wrong. Family members are healthy. So that's the situation right now. Also, for you guys who do not understand, I don't know if the video where I talked about me taking nursing classes in the Philippines will be uploaded before this, or I guess I'll upload that in a future video or in a future day. But for those of you guys who don't know, yes, I'm a 6-8 whiskey, but before I migrated to the States, I was actually studying nursing. So I was taking nursing classes. I was actually about to be a junior. I was about to go to capping and I was about to do my intern. Well, at least like a few classes short, because like every college kid, you know, we make the wrong decisions. we try to do something else that's not gonna be the best for ourselves. So I didn't really push through, and I moved to the States, which is something that I should have really taken advantage of, you know, thinking about this. Like, I knew during that time that I was gonna move to the States, so I should have finished my nursing degree in the Philippines and then moved to the States and just get my licensure exams, and I should have been a nurse right now. I just want to let you guys know that, you know, you just gotta face life. You roll with the punches. Whatever life brings you, you just gotta man up, face it. Sometimes it might not be the best situation, but try to make the best out of it. At the end of the day, I cannot really complain, but I'm still reading through a lot of your comments and suggestions based on that video, and I really do appreciate it. Nikki MGTV also messaged me about being in the same mindset, and it's pretty weird because we have a lot of like common stuff or common situations in life. We might be brothers at one point, I don't really know. So yeah, going back to that nursing, like what I said, I do have a few nursing classes already, like at least my first 2 years knocked out. I'm pretty sure though that I have to retake some of them because it's been a while since I finished those classes, which is not really bad. I mean, I can't complain, you know, it's fine. I need to refresh myself. Like, as of the moment, I work as an Army recruiter and not as a medic, so I'm kind of lacking on that skill right now because I'm away from my actual MOS, or at least somewhere in the medical field. But like what I always say, have a plan, and from time to time, hopefully, if you come across that situation that I'm feeling right now, where I have to do a temperature check or just to line up my sights again back in sight, because I kind of got a little sidetracked, you know, with stuff that's happening in my life right now. But I'm rolling with it, balancing everything that I have on my plate. Army recruiter, crazy hours, being a father, being a husband, being a YouTuber, being a student, being a son, and just being an individual, you know, just, I'm human too, you know. I want to do my own stuff during my downtime, and, you know, I gotta stay hungry. I'm at that point in my life where I gotta take stuff seriously, because every situation or every decision that I make doesn't just affect myself, but it affects my family, my kid, my loved ones, everyone around me. Welcome to the adult life. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you guys. If you have more suggestions or more input about this situation, please don't hesitate to put it down below. I am actually reading a lot more of them now. I have a little bit of time. I try my best. From driving back and forth to MEPS, a lot of stuff has been going on, but I do appreciate you guys. This is kind of like therapy, and expect a lot more videos where I talk about personal stuff like this, or just sharing my experiences. Like what I said in a video before, a lot of people wanted me to open up about being an immigrant, being Filipino in the Army or in the military. So if you are, please comment down below and let me know what you want to know, so I can talk about it and share my piece. All right. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up to help the channel grow, because I would really appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Also hit that bell icon to be part of the notification squad. And that is it for today. ARCHIEzzle out.